Welcome in, guys. As more people are trickling in, we'll get this started soon. Thank you to everyone who's joining so far. We should be starting in a minute here or so. We'll give it another minute just in case we have a couple other people joining us today at the moment. All right, let's go get this thing kicked off today, guys. Welcome to the Cybersecurity 2025 Sky River IT webinar, Navigating the Future of Cybersecurity. In today's webinar, we'll be providing a range of cybersecurity solutions that we believe will best enhance your organization's security. We'll also cover essential updates and strategies to help boost your safety and preparedness as we head into 2025. For all those who are attending today's webinar, we'll also have a little prize to give out to y'all this week. So thank you again. So we'll go over the table of contents, kind of our structure for today's webinar. Welcome again. I'm going to briefly introduce you to our team presenting today. We'll go over a Sky River IT company overview, then we'll touch on current state of cybersecurity and straight dive into the cybersecurity solutions and essential updates. We'll have some time at the end for some questions and answers in the chat, and then that should be the conclusion for today's webinar. So touching on the Sky River IT team, we have our one and only Rudy Michelon, our CEO. We have Marcus Bauer, our CIO, and then our IT support engineer, Wamith Elias. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Rudy, my CEO, and he'll give you a little overview about Sky River IT.
Thanks for that, Richard. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for making the time today to get educated on some of the new cybersecurity offerings that we have. We're very excited to share this with you. As you know, cybersecurity is really top of mind with people. Thank you. So a little bit on Sky River. We got our start back in 2011 here in San Diego. We've expanded up into Orange County and into Texas, and we've made the Inc. 5000 list, and really excited about being able to partner with small and mid-sized businesses and being your trusted technology advisor of choice. We have expanded our offerings as well into IT consulting, and we'll cover some of that a little later. Next slide. So when you work with us, what you can expect from us above and beyond your daily support is also we have quarterly management meetings that we will do with you to review the ticket reports and understand, if there's any kind of root cause analysis that you could benefit from upgrading your technology. We like to provide you with annual budgets that detail your hardware spend, your software spend, and your services spend, and hopefully, align with you in terms of how you want to leverage technology. So one of the things we pride ourselves in the most is that we speak to you in plain English, as opposed to a lot of other companies out there that use a lot of jargon, and sometimes it's confusing what they're doing. So what we strive for is good communication and a good partnership with our clients, and that involves speaking to you in plain English and being able to explain things to you. None of this is really rocket science here. So next slide. So on the IT consulting services, this is a really exciting area. We do have a new partnership with a new accounting software called Enterprise. They are out of Ireland, and this is something we'll probably be doing demos on in the future. But we are an Acumatica partner as well, and that's basically a version of software that's closer to NetSuite than other products that are out there. Quite a step up from QuickBooks. But in general, what we like to do is offer you our services that involve identifying different solutions. And with the many years of experience that we have, we've seen kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly of different solutions that are out there. When you're looking to put some critical software in your business, like an ERP system, those things require a lot of forethought, a lot of planning, and identifying what's available in the market. And we're here to help if that's something that you're interested in. Next slide. One of the things that we pride ourselves in is that we have a customer bill of rights. So as I mentioned earlier, the jargon-free plain English communication is critical. I don't think you can have a solid relationship with your service provider without having somebody that's talking to you in the language that you can understand, right? So if they're dropping a bunch of acronyms on you and a lot of technical jargon, it really gets confusing sometimes. So this is something we pride ourselves in. And beyond that, what we do is you talk directly to engineers when you talk to us. We pride ourselves in first call resolution. Our first call resolution rate is in the 95% range, which is very high. So you call us once and your issues get resolved. And we don't use dispatchers. So you're talking directly to engineers and technicians. You're not talking to dispatchers that are going to make you, explain your issue, and then you get a level 1 tech that can only reset passwords or connect a printer, and then you have to explain your issue again. And then the third time, you finally reach somebody that you really want to talk to. That's how it works with most other companies. With us, we found that bypassing the dispatcher really improves the quality of service and respects your time so that you can get your issues fixed, get your tools back up and running, and get back to work. Next slide.
That would be it. Thank you so much, Rudy, for that introduction for Skyriver IT. Now we're going to take a look at what the number of cyber threats look like, the general ransomware trends, and the overall costs of ransomware. So if we look at the number of cyber threats, we're seeing a significant rise in cyber attacks, with ransomware being a major factor. This shows how critical it is for organizations to focus on cybersecurity as a priority. The increase means more companies are facing more threats than ever before, and ransomware continues to be a persistent problem. Fraud is also evolving, and it's not just limited to financial institutions. Individuals are becoming major targets. Phishing, social engineering, and identity theft are also on the rise, and it's essentially a personal risk for everyone. People need to stay aware of how these attacks happen to avoid falling a victim. Data breaches are more common, damaging than before. In 2023, we saw a sharp spike in breaches, more than 70%. This underscores how vulnerable personal and organizational data is today, and how important it is for companies to protect that data. Ransomware attacks were incredibly widespread in 2023, affecting nearly 81% of companies. That's a huge number. It shows how ransomware has become a staple threat for businesses, and companies need to build stronger defenses to prevent this. Phishing and social engineering are also on the rise, with nearly 42% of organizations facing these types of attacks in 2024. This is a significant jump, and it highlights how cybercriminals are constantly adapting their strategies to exploit human vulnerabilities. Finally, one of the key challenges we face in cybersecurity is the cybersecurity skills gap, which is currently between 2.8 to 4.8 million jobs. This gap means that there's a major shortage of skilled professionals to tackle the rising threats, and companies are struggling to find the talent needed to protect their systems. We look at general trends of ransomware. Healthcare is increasingly a target for cyber attacks, right? In 2024, over 180 million healthcare records were compromised in the US alone, impacting more than half of the population. This shows how valuable healthcare data is to cybercriminals and why the healthcare sector must invest in stronger cybersecurity measures to protect patient information. A real-world example of the devastating impact of cyber attacks is the ransomware attack that happened with Scripps Health. This attack caused a 4-week operational disruption affecting everything from electronic health records to imaging systems and telehealth services. It highlights how ransomware not only compromises data, but also severely disrupts essential services, especially in critical sectors like healthcare. We go to the financial sector. The financial sector has been a constant target for cyber attacks as well. Over the last 20 years, nearly 1/5 of all reported cyber incidents have impacted financial institutions. Given the sensitive nature of financial data, the sector is always a prime target for cybercriminals, and consequences of breaches are far reaching. Manufacturing has also become the most targeted for cyber attacks, largely due to increased connectivity and transparency of data. For the past 3 years, manufacturing has accounted for a quarter of all cyber attacks. What's more alarming is that 71% of these attacks involve ransomware, showing how cyber threats are increasingly disrupting global supply chains and production processes. And finally, that brings us to the cost of what ransomware is. So, cybercrime is a massive financial drain, with the FBI estimating losses over 12.5 billion. This figure underscores the scale of the problem and how widespread cybercrime is, affecting businesses, individuals, and governments alike. When organizations struggle to find skilled cybersecurity professionals, it costs them more during data breaches, about 20% more. The average cost of a breach now sits at 5.4 million, which emphasizes the importance of filling the cybersecurity talent gap to reduce financial and operational damage and strain. Ransomware continues to be a major financial threat, with recovery costs averaging 2.7 million in 2024. This high cost shows how ransomware impacts both the immediate operations and long-term financial stability of affected organizations. One of the most staggering examples in this ransomware attack, as I mentioned earlier, was Scripps Health. They lost nearly 113 million. In addition to financial loss, Scripps Health agreed to also compensate victims for 3.5 million. This illustrates how ransomware attacks can cause both direct financial harm and long-lasting reputational damage to a company. Financial institutions, as I mentioned earlier, are hit hard by cybercrime, the direct losses amounting to even 12 billion. This highlights how cyber threats can undermine the security of global financial systems, affecting not only companies, but also the broader economy. Paying a ransom doesn't guarantee recovery. In fact, only 9% of businesses that pay get all their data back. Additionally, often they face the risk of receiving more than just their data, hidden malware or even ticking time bombs that could cause further damage down the line. We're going to introduce some Kaseya products now. These are, innovative cybersecurity solutions and essential updates that we believe are aimed at boosting your security and focus on advanced strategies to enhance and fortify your protection. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to my IT support engineer, Wamith.
Hi everyone, my name is Wamid and I'm an IT support engineer with Skyriver. So today we're going to be presenting a bunch of cybersecurity tools that will make a difference to your business. So one of the first tool is Dado Endpoint Detection and Response. It's a product that kind of like continuously monitor endpoints to detect and prevent threat. So that will ensure like a proactive and instant surveillance of all devices that connected to the network, including server, endpoints, and this will include real-time threat detection, which is based on using AI and machine learning models to help enable rapid actions and mitigate threats as they happen. So the other key feature of this product is immediate alerts. So as all of you know, like immediate alert is a key feature in thwarting cyber attack. So this product is giving instant notification and escalation when an incident is detected, ensuring that the team is informed and can act quickly as the incident happened before it reached the end device. So another cool feature of this state-of-the-art product is using is machine learning adaptation. So it's a leverage AI and machine learning to adapt to the emerging threats, continuously improving detection and response based on new attacks and patterns. At the same time, it has like automated threat response, which will enable the cybersecurity team to automatically contain and terminate a suspicious or malicious process, reducing the need for manual intervention and enabling rapid response to any emerging threats. Next slide, please. So coupling with the endpoint detection response, it's like Datto AV next generation antivirus. It's AI-driven detection. So it uses again artificial intelligence to intelligently detect and block threats, adapting to new techniques used by cyber criminals. At the same time, it enables real-time scanning, which continuously monitor system for potential threats, ensuring that any malicious activity is detected as it happens before reaching the endpoint or the end user. And one of the other feature is like 0-day ransomware protection. So it will protect against attack that exploit newly discovered vulnerability, because as we all know, like a conventional antivirus require like the new discovered vulnerability to have a signature, and then that signature will be uploaded to the database, and then the antivirus has to recognize that signature. So this product is utilizing the newly discovered vulnerabilities that haven't been identified before, and will be able to thwart any cyber attacks. And it will give another like cool feature, which is like automatic threat handling. So it will automatically quarantine and remediate threat without requiring manual intervention, ensuring rapid response to cybersecurity incidents. Next slide, please. So another like cybersecurity important tools is patch management. We all know like patch management is an important factor in making sure that all the vulnerability in the OS is being patched so that cyber attack will not exploit them. So some of the feature that Datto patch management is offering is proactive monitoring. So Datto monitor system continuously, tracks patch deployment, and alert IT team if a patch fails, so that it will allow for quick action to resolve issue and remediate that vulnerability. At the same time, it'll offer like a IT team quick rollback. So if a patch causes system instability, as you know, like some patches will not work with some like line of business software. So that will enable an instance failover to previously backed up an affected version, minimizing downtime and ensuring business continuity. And at the same time is a cross-platform support. So that offers support for multiple operating systems, including macOS, Windows, and Linux, ensuring comprehensive patch management across the diverse variety of systems. Next slide, please. So another cybersecurity tool that's kind of important for business is the managed detection and response, and that's Rocket Cyber by Datto. So this tool give the IT team a proactive protection. So this involve continuous surveillance of all devices and accounts, including Microsoft 365 account, Google Space account, or any credentials that been used for any application, so that they will detect potential security threat before they cause harm. And it offers 24/7 expert assistance. So there's a dedicated security team around the clock, ensuring constant monitoring and support for any security issue. And this product also gives another like feature, which is alert and response in real time. So the system immediately alert when a threat is detected and can start responding to any emerging threat in real time. That kind of will make sure that minimize downtime. So another cool feature of this product is clear reporting and insight. So this product is giving a very user-friendly and insightful report, and easy to understand the overall security posture of the organization and the trend of the cyber threat that's currently being in the horizon. Please, next slide. So another product is like Kaseya backup. It's like a product to safeguard critical data like emails, SharePoints, Team, and everything. So this product will help automatic backup of all the users' information in Exchange, SharePoints, OneDrive, and making sure the backup are done regularly, and this will also allowing us to fast recovery in case of any data loss or corruption. And this backup is stored in a very trusted and secure cloud environment that will enable compliance and reliability and quick access to the storage whenever like data is lost or corrupted. So this will give us another feature which is like access anytime and anywhere. So that will enable easy access to backup data from anywhere, making recovery fast and optimal and convenient. And the another cool feature of this product is compliant and efficiency. So it'll ensure that the backup that's in the cloud or that's been that will be compliance with industry standard while maintaining operation efficiency. Another slide, please. Another like cybersecurity tool to ensure business continuity is like data business continuity and disaster recovery. As we all know that like businesses have critical system like server, file share, and all this critical information that need to be backed up in case of any like ransomware attack or any cyber attack. So the solution automatically backup critical system, ensure like Windows Server, Linux Server, VMware, cloud server, to ensure that your data is always protected without any manual intervention. So it will allow the IT team for rapid restoration of data and services to maintain business continuity. So in case of any downtime, the IT team is able to spin up a server in the cloud and ensure that the downtime is minimized and all the data are preserved whenever any cyber attack or something like that happen. So all the backup are stored in a very secure cloud storage, ensuring secure, accessible, and compliance to industry standard. And this product offer like a diversified type of backup, including like backing up the whole server, backing up a folder, a file, or like a critical file system or a file server based on the customer need, and ensure restoration is made on optimal time frame. This will also like this product is also like giving the IT team the opportunity to have an offsite replication. We all know like business continuity entail the having an offsite replication for business continuity. So keeps a copy of your backup offsite, providing additional protection against data loss. And this will ensure that the downtime is minimized and the restoration is done at optimal time frame and as swiftly as possible. Next slide, please. Another cybersecurity tool I think that's kind of like very important nowadays is dark web monitor. We all know like stolen credentials are like are found in the dark web forum and platform. So this solution will scan the dark web forum and marketplace to identify if any of the business or customer credential or sensitive information has been compromised and is being sold or shared. It will allow the IT team to be alerted on real time. So we'll send immediate alert when stolen credentials are detected in any dark web forum or marketplace, allowing to take action and ensure that the businesses are not impacted heavily by these leaked credentials. At the same time, this product is giving a domain monitoring. This means it will monitor the credential users of the for the whole domain and for any leaked credentials related to your business, helping to identify and mitigate potential threat to the organization. Next slide. Another tool that's very important is like to educate the user how to distinguish different type of cyber attacks. So the security awareness with Bullfish ID is another like product that offer customized phishing kits. So like we can choose from a variety of ready-made phishing simulation that tailor toward your business model and ensure that the campaign is scheduled to be run as the set time interval, so that like there is no need for IT team to manually roll out this campaign, as this campaign are rolled out as set time interval, enabling customer engagement for the training of this type of security awareness. At the same time, this product is giving business the capability of customizing a security awareness training or phishing campaign training that reflect your organization actual email pattern, increasing the effectiveness of the training. Next slide, please. Another like cybersecurity monitoring tool is SaaS Alert with geofencing with Unify and Fortify. So this type of tool is continuously monitoring the client credentials in terms if you have Microsoft 365 or Google Space or Salesforce and any type of credentials, and it will enable the IT team to receive real-time notification related to identity and access. So in case if there is any like suspicious access using any user account, the IT team will be alerted so that the team can take swift actions to thwart any unauthorized access. And this tool also is giving the IT team the ability to ensure enforcement of policy that restrict access based on geolocation. Let's say if you guys have businesses in the United States, then we can restrict the geolocations to the United States. So any access from outside the United States will be flagged and will be brought to the attention of IT team for extra layer of security against unauthorized access. And this tools has two sub-tools that's so effective for a business. One of them is SaaS Unify. So SaaS Unify is a tool that scan and manage the devices inventory to ensure that trusted and secure devices are only devices allowed to access the resources. Let's say, for example, if a device, the tool will use AI to map a device to the user, will detect like which user is using the device like so oftenly, and it will be able to map that user to that device, and the device and the user will go hand in hand. Let's say, for instance, if Peter has device A, and in case if device A is accessed by John, then it will alert the security team so that the proper action will be taken to mitigate this type of risk. And the other tool that's the other like solution this tool is offering is SaaS Fortify. So we all know like cybersecurity insurance right now depends on the security score of a company in terms like how robust the security control are for a company. So this tool will ensure that the company will meet the best standards. So will ensure that the security of your Microsoft 365 environment or like Google or like any application that you are using in the system is being gauged, and then by identifying vulnerability, and after the vulnerability will be identified, automating security policy will be in place in order to bump that security score for your company in order to make sure your business is always protected and always aligned with the best practice, and your cyber insurance always like will have a lowest premium. So that conclude of my slide, and I'm going to pass the podium to Richard again.
All right. Thank you, Wameth, for delivering that information to us. I'm going to have our CIO, Marcus Bauer, step in here to present these next couple of slides as well. Go ahead, Marcus.
Thanks, Richard. Thanks, Wameth. Hey, everyone. Good morning. Again, short introduction. My name is Marcus. I'm the CIO here at Sky River. I'm just going to kind of round out our presentation here with a couple more tools and some concepts and get this show on the road here. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is about pen testing and vulnerability scanning. For those of you who are unfamiliar with these words, pen testing stands for penetration testing. The difference between vulnerability scanning and pen testing is that vulnerabilities are it's just the identification of things like open ports and those kind of things. Penetration testing is the attempt to actually exploit a vulnerability. Cybersecurity threats are increasingly sophisticated and prevalent today, and it is a good idea for organizations to proactively safeguard their systems against these vulnerabilities and penetration attempts. That's where these penetration test tools come into play. It's recognized as a best practice by many regulatory frameworks, industry and regulatory frameworks, I should say, as a proactive approach to IT security, and thereby it provides real value to any organization. The tool I'm talking about today is called vPenTest. This tool again, does both pen testing and vulnerability scanning. There are two components to this. There's an external scan and an internal scan. The internal scan requires an agent to be deployed on the inside, though it is minimally disruptive to the business. The output that comes out of this is actually triaged by security experts, a triaged report in various levels. There's executive summaries, there's deep dives into the actual technology and what is being done, and is an incredible value for any business to have. The costs of conducting these penetration tests far outweigh any type of potential breach or harm to reputation and anything like that could arise out of an intrusion. Next slide. Another part of a holistic information security approach is what's commonly referred to as message hygiene. Some people just kind of casually call this a spam filter. It's actually a little bit more. It also is antivirus and anti-phishing, and all these kind of things play into message hygiene. What I'm presenting here is a tool that works a little bit different than other tools you may know. Usually message hygiene tools, spam filters, antivirus, anti-phishing systems are deployed in front of your messaging infrastructure. They require some changes to DNS, and they filter out supposed malicious messages. This in turn carries with it fairly significant operational activities with it, managing queues, quarantines, and all these kind of things. This tool, Graphis, works a little bit differently. It doesn't deploy anything in front of your messaging infrastructure. It actually uses the APIs of Microsoft 365 and Google Workspaces to look into the mailboxes, and then uses AI to analyze what's going on, certain databases of known phishing campaigns that are going on, and these kind of things to again intelligently analyze and take action on malicious messages that are in your messaging infrastructure. This happens automatically. However, there's also certain levers that can be set and certain things that can be delegated to end users or administrators. The other, I think, noteworthy things in this tool are an interactive banner. There not only is the message itself flagged as malicious, but you can also configure a banner with certain activities. For example, is this malicious? Yes, no. Or let me rephrase: does this look malicious? And the end user can say, no, this is not malicious. This is a legitimate message, and interact with the system intelligently. It also empowers the users to actually report and gather data on malicious messages, thereby enabling administrators to take a more proactive approach to certain things, the way certain things are classified. Lastly, the end user portal, which as anyone would expect, adheres to the industry standards of encryption and transit and at rest, provides reports and insight into quarantine queues and all these kind of things. Next slide. Proactive cybersecurity assessment. So a couple slides ago, I spoke or I touched upon industry and regulatory frameworks. Regardless where you might be in your, let me just call it information security journey, it's probably, you probably wondered where are we right now? What are our gaps? That's where these proactive cybersecurity assessments come in. We use, there's actually two tools within the CASEA framework that we use: a GSC Compliance Manager and My IT Process, that provide the ability to benchmark your current state and identify gaps and action items in your let me call it information security journey. But even if you're not subject to regulatory or industry compliance frameworks, running targeted assessments at specific areas in your organization can help you assess your security posture and immensely help with customer confidence. Again, the different tools that we use cover these aspects. There are a few more. getting in depth into these assessments would definitely extend this presentation too long. So please reach out to us if you have any specific questions on these. Next slide. So again, piggybacking off the previous slide of the assessments, these can also help you with your cybersecurity insurance. Obviously, the primary objective of cybersecurity insurance is to reduce your liability in case of a breach, and or some of you may be concerned about staff negligence. Someone on your team making a mistake and you resulting in a liability situation. But additional potential benefits of cybersecurity insurance are also that some carriers offer things like legal assistance, crisis management. Crisis management is commonly referred to activities such as customer outreach or public relations type stuff, or even coverage for revenue loss. Many, if not most, compliance frameworks pretty much mandate cybersecurity insurance, but even if you're not subject to any sort of regulatory industry compliance, it's a good idea to have. And it's, again, the costs of maintaining the benefits far outweigh the costs of these types of insurances. I mentioned piggybacking off the previous slide, many insurance companies offer discounts based upon your internal security posture. If you are able to, legitimately let the insurance companies know that you are engaging in certain cybersecurity practices, this can also significantly reduce the cost of your cybersecurity insurance. Among those are these assessments that I previously mentioned, strong policies, documented policies, procedures, patch management, pen testing, vulnerability management, these kind of things, and regular staff security awareness training. I should mention that as well. That is a critical component of this. Essentially, just making a point that you adhere to some sort of security in-depth type strategy internally. That's it for me. I think I'll hand it back to Richard on that note.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Marcus, for delivering that information on those solutions we have for everybody. That brings us towards the end of our presentation. This is a quick way to stay connected with us. You guys may know already our website, email, address, where we are located now, and our number. And just a big thank you for everyone, for taking the time out of their day to join us in our webinar this morning, squeezing us into their schedule. We're looking forward to working with you further down the line. And now I open up the floor to anybody that might have any questions. Feel free to throw that in the chat. We have some time for that as well.
Looks like there's not a whole lot of questions pouring in here, but I'll do a little talking here, maybe give you some time to get your thoughts together and write a question in the chat if you want one. I want to thank my team here for pulling this presentation together. I know it's a lot of work to go and do all the research that's required to present this information to you. And what we hope is that through this educational process, we're making you aware of new tools that are available, our product offerings, our service offerings, and would be glad to have further conversations with you as to when and where we can implement these solutions for you. I know that a lot of times there's a lot of concerns about cybersecurity out there, and what I'm always telling people is it's not a matter of if this is going to happen to us, it's a matter of when it's going to happen to us. So this is one of those situations where an ounce of prevention is definitely worth a pound of cure. And if there's anybody that's on the fence about doing what's right for your company, just feel free to have that conversation, and we'll help clarify some of the pros and cons of implementing different strategies. But again, I want to thank you for your time, and if there's no further questions, we will wrap this up. So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day.